Hello. Um, I have come to my YouTube channel to talk about my record collection. Now, anybody who knows me knows that I'm a music enthusiast of sorts. So, this is gonna be a longer one. So, strap in. That's all I'm saying. I'm in my high school bedroom right now because I'm back for break. And yeah, we're just gonna get started. First album. I don't even remember. Oh, a goodie. Tribe Called Quest, Low End Theory, Jazz Rap Classic, 1991. One of those blueprint records for hip hop, I would say. Bugging Out, the intro track with that bass playing. Of course, Scenario. We got the jazz, of course. It's just overall solid album. I don't think anybody really needs a recommendation on this. Apologies for the voice crack. We're just gonna keep it rolling into the following Tribe Called Quest album, Midnight Marauders. Better than Low End Theory in my opinion. Perfect album, some might say. One of the very best in all of music. Every song on here is a substantial one, and it's necessary. God damn, this is hard to read. I've never tried to read the back of the record before, and holy shit. They did a really bad... You see how busy this shit is? I know my lighting is kind of fucked, but... Like, how am I supposed to read that? I don't know. I'm gonna keep fucking going. New York. A little bit later on, 2001 or 2. I think 2002. A$AP Rock, Labor Days. This has gotten me through some rough periods in my life. It's just kind of about struggling in your early 20s, and he has a very unique lens for that experience. Yeah, he talks about white people trying to save hip hop. He talks about random people who just live in his neighborhood, and yeah, talks about the world ending because this was like post 9/11 kind of stuff. So yeah. Following on the A$AP Rock train, we got Bazooka Tooth, which was like 2004 or 5. This album is not as good as Labor Days, even though I got this one first for some reason. Bazooka Tooth is a very eccentric album, and he ends up shouting a lot on this, but the artwork is really good. And the most like 2003 gatefold in existence. But yeah, good nonetheless. I would definitely recommend it last out of his catalog, but it's A$AP Rock. You can't really go wrong. Next up, another A$AP Rock album, Malibu Ken. This is a collaboration with producer Tobacco. He makes like 8-bit. He makes like bit crushed boom bap beats, which makes for a really good project. And I like the fold on this a lot, where the face kind of comes off. But yeah, I mean, this is one of Aesop's later albums, and he gets more abstract over time. So gleaning any type of insight from the non-storytelling tracks in that album is kind of impossible. So we're just gonna keep it pushing to the Richard D. James album by Aphex Twin. This ran my life for a little bit. When I first discovered Aphex Twin, it was obviously through Selected Ambient Works 85 to 92, but once I found Drug Use and the Richard D. James album, it was kind of over. Just endless experimentation on this. Oh yeah, also it's sideways. So this is how it will appear on streaming, but the actual album version is on the side, which I think is pretty funny. All right, next up, we got Benny the Butcher, Plugs I Met, the first one, of course, on the crack colored vinyl, because he's eccentric like that. Plugs I Met, very solid tape. It's about 7 songs. All the songs on the B side are they're all instrumentals to 5 of the songs. So he didn't even give away all the instrumentals because he's a greedy fuck. Anyway, but Benny the Butcher, strong rapper, and that album was my introduction to Griselda, and it's one of their greats. Obviously not as good as Tana Talk 3. I would say it's better than Tana Talk 4, but it's not as good as Tana Talk 3. If you're looking to get into Benny, look for that. Next up, one of the albums is definitely up there for me. Burial, Untrue. I've got to break out my English accent for this, but I have to take a second because the atmosphere of this album is kind of unmatched. The way that ambient sounds are used in dance tracks throughout this album make it very unique, and I don't think there's anything else like this in existence. It's a very, even amongst Burial's other albums, he has a way of using very popular media to make you feel alien in the world you've been inhabiting your whole life. That's about all I have to say about Burial Untrue. Listen to this shit. If you're gonna listen to anything in this, listen to this shit. I know I'm probably gonna say that later on, but listen to it, please. All the UK dubstep people will love you. Well, on a bit of a dance kick currently. Daft Punk Homework. Their first album, 1997. It's very long, and these are very weighty, and they have deep grooves because the only people who were buying records at the time of this release were DJs themselves. I just really like this vinyl. It's very pretty. A lot of great songs on here. Defunk, obviously. Honestly, just like give it a once over. There's a lot of good ideas on it. It's great study music if you're into that kind of thing. Next up, we have the main event of the Daft Punk catalog, Random Access Memories. A lot of firsts with this album. Just pristine sound, and I don't even know what to say, really. It's serene, beautiful homage to all music previous. And I think it's kind of funny that this album came out at the start of the streaming era, and it's kind of like a summation of all music previous to that. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what we're going with. I don't know if the lighting is horrible or not, but like I'm trying my best here. I don't have the best lighting at home. I apologize. Next up, Mr. Danny Brown with his 2016 album, Atrocity Exhibition. One of the... I don't even know what to say about this. You could tell that he went into debt making this, and that's no disrespect, because it's cinematic in a very specific way, and it shows the dangers of hard drug use. So don't do heroin, and don't do coke. That's all I have to say. Danny Brown, second time around. This is his 2019 album. You know what I'm saying. Executively produced by Q-Tip, and I think you can tell that in the more relaxed, not more relaxed, but more put together approach to this. We got JPEG Mafia production. Thundercat plays bass on one of these. JPEG Mafia is a feature on one of these. A lot of important groundwork being laid in this album, so it's a stepping stone in his career, really, and I think it's important. All right, next up, what do we get? Denzel Curry, Taboo. One that I haven't listened to in a while. He really showed up on this album, and it's not like he hadn't been showing up previous to this, but I think he reached a very nice creative peak, and I like how the vinyl looks like a bowling ball. Denzel Curry is one of those guys where you know you're gonna get something quality when you listen to him. This whole project is great, so listen to Taboo if you haven't. I know it's I don't know much about the discourse around Taboo at this point, but I was there when it came out, and yeah, Black Balloons is a great one. Hold on. Is there a track list? Damn. He didn't even give me a track list. But we're gonna keep it pushing because we have to. Earl Sweatshirt, Doris. One of them ones. This is like a talent show where he just kind of flexes on everybody that he's so good at such a young age. He was like 16, right? 18? 18. He was like 18 when he made this. And how? One of the best records out of Odd Future. Like, out of the official time period of Odd Future, I would say. This is one of the best. So, give Doris a listen. If you haven't, I mean, Doris is a pretty, like, known album. So, if you haven't listened to Doris yet, what are you doing? Some rap songs, also by Earl Sweatshirt. Many people say this is his best work. I don't know if I agree with that. I agree with that. I'm gonna be honest. I agree with that. This album feels like a fever dream. Feels like a panic attack. It's just nonstop. And this album is very helpful. So if you're going through a rough little time and you need something to go along with it, some rap songs, Earl Sweatshirt. As he himself said, bars. All right. Getting into one I haven't really listened to recently, Cosmogramma by Flying Lotus. 2000, I'm not even gonna try to remember the year of this, but great free jazz album. It's got a lot of great instrumentals on it. I don't even know what to say about this. Just listen to it. With all these, just listen to them. If you haven't, just listen to it. It can't hurt you. That's the thing. Listening to new music can't hurt you. Unless it's like too loud. So just don't play it too loudly and you'll be okay. I promise. You're Dead, Flying Lotus also. This one has a few notable features. Snoop Dogg is on it. Kendrick is on it. I'm not sure if there's anyone else. But really good album. Just listen to Cosmogramma and You're Dead, because they're both essential listening. Oh, we have. Oh wait, I have an extra Earl Sweatshirt album that I was just listening to, so we're gonna get onto that. So excuse me for a moment. Void Dyer, Alchemist, and Earl Sweatshirt. And he just runs it. There's no stopping him. The energy that he has on this is something that we haven't seen in a long time, and I think it's very special that we ended up actually getting this album. So I'm very appreciative and thankful. And now I have to talk about Freddie Gibbs and Madlib. Pinata. Classic West Coast record. Earl Sweatshirt's on this album. Earl Sweatshirt's on a couple of these albums, actually. But yeah, just very solid. Harold's, where he talks about getting chicken. I just think that's very Freddie Gibbs, you know. Freddie Gibbs is the king of continental breakfast, so it's not surprising. And we also have Bandana, my favorite of the two. I don't really know what else to say about this. Freddie Gibbs is just a monster, and Madlib is a plug for the beats. I'm not sure how he makes them so good, but I had another Freddie Gibbs album I needed to get to. Where is it? Oh god. Oh no. That is fucked up. I don't know where the other Freddie Gibbs album went. What? Shit. I also have Alfredo somewhere. I don't know where that went. But I guess we'll just keep it pushing. Because I have no idea where that is. What the fuck? Where did it go? Anyway, we're gonna get into one of my dearest favorites, Injury Reserve self-titled LP 2019. We got Steppa J Groggs, R.I.P. Richie with a T, who's coming out with an album very soon, and I'm very excited about it. I really can't wait. We got Parker Corey, also known as P, the producer. Just pop rap with an experimental edge. And there are very few albums that achieve the kind of cohesiveness that this does. Corona and Lime, amazing. Jawbreaker with Rico Nasty, Get the Fuck Up, Jailbreak the Tesla, fuck. All of these songs are amazing. One of my favorites. A really good album. You should listen to it. That's the main theme of this video. You should listen to it. Because if you haven't, you're fucking up. That's all I'm saying. God damn it. I'm actually like... Oh, wow. James Blake, self-titled debut album. Post-dubstep madness, vocoders everywhere. Synth work is insane on this album. Unluck, Lindisfarne, Limit to Your Love, I Never Learned to Share. Just listen to this album. It's a monster. And he's been doing good work since 2009, so listen to the James Blake debut if you haven't, because you should. Friends That Break Your Heart by James Blake. Singer-songwriter, more of a singer-songwriter record than his debut, but mixes in hip-hop elements very well. This came out in like 2021. It's got some great work on it. I can't really read it right now because the track list is like this flat embroidery that's the same color as the vinyl, so I can't really, or the same colors, the back part. So we'll just let it rock. There's a great Smino feature on there. Just listen to it. Just listen to it. Next up, one of the best albums of all time, J Dilla's Donuts. He created his own rhythm. He shows what music can be and what people can do with this beautiful art form. He also gives a history lesson in black music throughout this record in a very intentional way. And he draws a connection between himself and Motown Records. And you should definitely listen to J Dilla's Donuts, because there's nothing like it. Ooh, and now we're getting into the JPEG Mafia section. All My Heroes Are Cornballs 2019 LP by Everywhere rapper JPEG Mafia. I got on the JPEG Mafia a couple months after Veteran came out. It just had to grow on me a little bit. But this is another wonderful album. I just need to stop trying to describe how good these things are, because I'm not going to get anywhere, because they're all amazing. I just have great taste, what can I say? A bit more melodic than Veteran was. The soundscapes on this album are really good, and I don't think he has really made anything that compares to this, in my opinion. Not that LP is bad, but I just prefer this. It's just kind of a... He just builds out the songs more, and I prefer that. Now we got the JPEG Mafia and Danny Brown collab album. Scaring the Hose. It's good work, good sample production by JPEG Mafia. Danny's rapping pretty stellar, all things considered. We also have Nectar by Joji. I'm just really proud of him. I've been a Joji fan since like 2017, and his development has been amazing to see. I wish his last album was more built out and had better, more full songs, but Normal People, Afterthought, Mr. Hollywood, High Hopes. Pretty Boy. All these songs are amazing. Listen to Nectar by Joji, because why not? And then we got Justice with Cross. I need to re-listen to this. I've really been on a 2000s electronic music kick recently with like Starboy and stuff, so I'm gonna give this a listen pretty soon, and I'm excited because it's a great album. Big hits on it. I will not be speaking about Kanye. Kaytranada, 99.9%. Solid beat work. He's got cool features on here. Just a really great vibe. He's got Glowed Up with Anderson .Paak. A great instrumental album. Good instrumental hip hop mixed with some club flair. Give it a listen if you're feeling like you want to have fun. Give it a listen. To Pimp a Butterfly. I don't really know if there's much to say about this album at this point. I listened to this for the first time off a perk from when I got my wisdom teeth removed, and that was quite the experience. One of the best afternoons of my life, I might say. So if I like it on a perk, then we're gonna let that live. Ooh. Next up, we have the mighty Mos Def, Black on Both Sides. That was corny. I'm sorry. A very genuine expression I think that's the best one sentence description of any album I've given so far. So I'm gonna leave it at that because that was really good. I'm gonna keep going, try to do these one sentence things. Ooh, Miguel, Kaleidoscope Dream. Summery R&B night you won't soon forget. I think that was pretty good. I think I'm on a roll right now. But if you haven't heard this album, you're missing the fuck out. Listen to the album. Listen to all these albums. Marvin Gaye, what's going on? You can feel his hurt and his genuine concern of over the state of the world. And the classic OutKast, ATLiens, Dirty South classic. You're not gonna find anything better than this in rap. Some of the best freestyle beats of all time. Some of the best just chilling music. They have thoughtful songs on here. I will say the one song I don't really click with is Jazzy Belle. It's kind of slut shamey, but we're gonna let them rock because it's ATLiens and it's OutKast. Next we got Pusha T. What's this one even called? I forgot. Daytona. The second best album out of this period of time from good music. I'm not gonna talk about Mr. Ye himself, but I will talk about the people around him. Great production. Pusha's raps on this so concise. He just is to the point, and that's when he's at his best, when he is just going at it. Alright, we got Madlib, aka Quasimodo, the Unseen. This is kind of like a counterpart or a precursor album to Madvillainy, and it's pretty much just as good, I'm not gonna lie. The beats, the rapping, everything on here is so solid. If you like Madvillainy, listen to this. Alright, we're gonna get into some indie rap shit, so if you don't know who any of these people are, I'm sorry. But you have new music to listen to. Scallops Hotel. The Sovereign Nose of Your Arrogant Face. A short album slash EP mixtape kind of thing. This is the alter ego of Rap Ferreira, formerly known as Milo. Yeah, this is from his period of like experimentation, 2018, where he was just trying to find his footing again after he kind of broke it with Who Told You to Think. So, this one is gonna make more sense after I explain his later albums. Speaking of, Purple Moonlight Pages by Rap Ferreira. One of the hardest albums to get in my collection, and I'm really happy that I have it. This came out right before the pandemic started, and it's such a cozy jazz rap experience to just live with. And I'm really grateful to Rap Ferreira for making this. Just so sweet, so genuine. You could just tell that he's having a good time, and I'm happy for him. Alright, now we have Bob's Son on the smoke black vinyl, because Bob's Son is an ode to the beat poet Bob Kaufman, who I've been reading recently. I highly recommend his poetry. Bob Kaufman lived his life in a very way. He lived his life in a very way, yeah. Just listen to it, read Bob Kaufman, and move to San Francisco. That's about all you can do. The light emitting diamond cutter scriptures, also by Rap Ferreira. A great follow-up. He got divorced around this time, so he's a little sad. But he still has his whimsy. And that's all he needs. Schoolboy Q, Blank Face. This album is insane. It's got psych rock elements. It's got G-funk elements. It's got Bay Area, Los Angeles, Long Beach. Everywhere is covered, at least in California, on this album. One of them was. It's like a car burning. You can't look away. It's got that part. It's got Vince Staples feature, which is insane. The Vince Staples feature is actually one of the best in his catalog, so. Ooh. Slow Tie. Nothing Great About Britain. Slow Tie is in a rocky spot, legally. I don't know if I want to speak on that, but it's a great UK rap album. If you're trying to get into that kind of thing, this is a good place to start. He talks about the political issues. He talks about very English things. And yeah, just shout out to this album. I think he has better stuff later on, but we're gonna keep it pushing. Oh wait, I found that Freddie Gibbs album. Alfredo Alchemist collaboration. I got it on pink vinyl, because you know, shout out to ALC Records. This came out mid-pandemic, and I don't think it is remembered as much as it should be. It's forgotten so much, and that's such a shame. So listen to Alfredo if you haven't. Childish Gambino, because of the internet. This album really inspired me to aspire for more in my life. Kind of got me out of a little slump. I don't think it's as good as I used to think it was when I was like 15, 16, but it's a good album. It's got a lot of diversity in sound. It's got a good pop appeal. Comes with a screenplay. It's a world that's easy to get lost in, and I think that's pretty valuable. Ooh. Daniel Caesar, Case Study 01. It's funny because both of his other albums are better than this, but I like it. It's got Pharrell on here. He's got the Neptunes on here. He's got John Mayer. Fuck John Mayer. Wait, but fuck Taylor Swift too. Fuck everybody. Fuck Daniel Caesar. He is a weirdo. But yeah. Case Study 01. You probably know it. Deftones White Pony 20th Anniversary Edition with the remix album Black Stallion. Unfuckwittable new metal music. Is it new metal? Is it just metal? I don't know. I don't make the rules. But everybody knows Deftones. This is them, if not at their peak, close to it. So, do with that what you will. Ooh. Speaking of peak, we have If Looks Could Kill by Destroy Lonely in the triple fold album, all in pink, reddish vinyl, fruit punch, if you will. 27 songs. It's hard as shit. Give it a listen on like a long drive. You'll go faster. Sunburn by Dominic Fike. A really pleasant, summery album. If you're trying to take a road trip down south in the summer, put this on. It's sure to boost your mood. It's his best material by far. Give it a listen. It's got good hits on it. It's got good deep cuts. He gets eccentric. I'm really excited for his next shit after this, so give it a listen. Next up, we got LP, Fun Crusher, or Fantastic Damage. There's a certain type of paranoia that's exhibited on this album. It's like all those spy movies that came out around 9/11, and he just Dead Disney, Stepfather Factory, all of these are crazy. Just listen to Fantastic Damage. I'm sorry, I keep saying Fun Crusher Plus. Also listen to Fun Crusher Plus by Company Flow. There's a bit more homophobia on there, but it's also kind of the sauce for a lot of New York underground rap around the turn of the century. Justin Timberlake, Future Sex Love Sounds. Timberland production on this went crazy. Justin Timberlake turned the fuck up. Used a 3 6 Mafia feature, T.I. feature. Who else is on this? I don't know, but pushes R&B and music in general forward. One of the greats. Listen to Future Sex Love Sounds. Ooh. Mad Villainy by MF Doom and Madlib. One of the albums that got me into music to begin with. The blueprint for Odd Future, which ended up being the catalyst for pretty much the whole of the blog era. So listen to Mad Villainy if you haven't. I know you probably have, but listen to it if you haven't. We got Quelle Chris Guns. Quelle Chris is a Detroit rapper, affiliate of Denmark Vesey and Billy Woods. Makami feature goes crazy on this. Shout out to the interlude that has the guy who talks like this on it. That's all I gotta say. Box of Wheaties original version is on this. The back of this album is actually crazy because it's like a breakdown of the anatomy according to the tracks of the songs. I'm not sure. Drunk by Thundercat, one that I haven't listened to in a minute. It's all on 7-inch vinyl. New jazz, craziness, funny lyrics, all of the Thundercat eccentricities. And yeah, that's about all I have to say. The chopped and screwed version of this, it's called Drank. It's really good too. We're gonna keep pushing because we're at 53 minutes and I still got like 10 more albums to go through. So this is gonna be a long ass video. So shout out to anybody who's watching this. We got Trench by 21 Pilots. I had a little emo phase when my grandma was dying. And yeah, this is a really solid album. Pet Cheetah. What's the other one? Levitate. Yeah, shout out to 21 Pilots for this album. I wish that they made better music overall. Because then I could stand on business more often. Speaking of standing on business, Vince Staples' Big Fish Theory. I listened to this the week it came out, and I knew how good it was. Vince Staples went crazy with this. He's got Sophie production. Just listen to it. It's on picture disc. Like, come on. What are we doing? What are we talking about here? Big Fish Theory. Come on. And now we're getting into the weekend. Thursday, second of his trilogy of mixtapes. Really fucked up. Not as fucked up as Echoes of Silence, but very likable personality, charisma through the roof on this album. Shout out to The Weeknd for this one. Definitely. He's got just a bird. She said, please mercy me. Oh, mercy me. We got Beauty Behind the Madness, which is just like hits the album. It's his thriller. It's everything you could ask of it. It's got the hills. It's got she told me don't worry about it. It's got often acquainted. Tell your friends. All of these songs are amazing. Listen to Beauty Behind the Madness, for God's sake. Fuck. Dawn FM. Synth masterpiece. Really great album. Listen to it if you haven't. Underrated in his catalog. That's all I gotta say. Next up, we got Mafia. 666 Mafia. Mystic Styles. Memphis Classic. Bell. TR-808. Instrumentation. Crazy. You can't get more rugged than this. More raw than this. Shout out to Memphis. That's all I gotta say. This is a crazy back-to-back, but Anima by Tom York. This is a weird one that I haven't listened to in a long time. It's like ambient, and he's just being weird. So if you like quirky little white guys, listen to it. Rodeo by Travis Scott. If we're gonna be honest, it's his best album. He's got Chief Keef on here. You got Piss on Your Grave, Antidote, 90210, This Side, Maria, I'm Drunk. I Can Tell. Like, come on, Rodeo. The fuck? We talking about Utopia? Rodeo. What? Tyler, the Creator, Igor. A masterpiece, curated to the utmost extent. Unexpected left turn in his career. One of my favorites of his. Everybody knows this one. If you haven't listened to it, you're living under a rock. Hits on hits on hits. New Magic Wand. Check it out. And as the conclusion to this hour-long record video, we have Wu-Tang Clan enter the 36 chambers. What is there to say about this album, really? Just unending energy from this album. Everybody involved in this snapped. R.I.P. to ODB. Shout out to Ghostface, because he gets better. If you're looking for peak Ghostface, listen to Supreme Clientele, listen to Fish Scale, and listen to, what's it called? The second Wu-Tang album, Wu-Tang Forever. Listen to Wu-Tang Forever, listen to, Shit, I'm so tired. I forgot what I was saying. I'm gonna have to clean a lot of shit up after this. So, everybody involved in the process of making this went crazy. There's not gonna be a Posse album as good as this ever. So, deal with that what you will. Except for Wu-Tang Forever, because Wu-Tang Forever might be better than this. Listen to Wu-Tang Forever if you haven't. And if you have listened to this, listen to Wu-Tang Forever. But that's as far as this video goes. This one was quite the marathon to get through. It's like 2 a.m. But I'm doing it for the love of the game. Shout out music. Thank you for sitting through this with me. I know this is a very long video, and I might not have done a very good job of covering everything, but I'm glad that somebody was here to watch it. So I really appreciate it that you stuck it through to the end. And I hope you have a good day. So, with that all being said, thank you and have a good one. Bye bye.